that you can do all the exercises then. Okay, so now let us look into the equations of values. Okay, so for your information class, today's lesson we will only learn the equation of values. Maybe we will finish our class early. Then we will continue with our next lesson next Wednesday lah kan, which are the promissory notes and the partial payments. So now let us continue with this equation of values. So last week we have already learned about the simple interest, the present values using simple interest, and also the present value using simple discount. And also we also have learned on how to find the future value. So I hope clear about these two lessons. Now let us continue with the equation of value. So basically the equation of values, it involves the time value of money, in which here all financial decision must take into account the basic idea that money has time value. That is...
Sorry, Dr. Morning. Belum recording.
Oh, okay. Sekejap Mana nak kira recording? Sekejap. Record. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so basically the equation of values, it involves the time value of money, where the all financial decision must take into account the basic idea that money has time value. Okay, that is the same amount of money has different values at different dates. Okay, so I'll show you the example for this. What's the definition of the equation of values? So let us recall what we have learned before. So for the equation of values, previously we have learned that the future value is equal to the principal plus interest rate. Then when we want to obtain the future value, we will times the present value or the principal with the interest rate factor, the simple interest value factor, which is 1 plus RT. Okay, this means we are moving the money forward lah, because we are finding the future value. And if you want to find the present value, which means we bring the money backward, then we need to discount the future value of the simple interest. Okay, which is by multiplying the future value with the 1 divided by 1 plus RT. So these are the two things that you need to take note when you are doing the equation of values. Okay, so this equation of values formula quite popular in your test and also in your final. So you need to master this, okay, on how to find the equation of values. So for me, if you already understand on how to find the present value and also the future value, it won't be a problem for you, inshallah, okay? So let's look at this example. At a simple interest rate of 8% per annum, RM100 due in 1 year is considered equivalent to RM108 due in 2 years, since 100 accumulate to 108 in 1 year. Okay, so this 100 due in 1 year, that means this 100 is your future value. Okay, so RM108 due in 2 years, that means this 108 is the value on the 2 years. So when you want to find the value of this 100 in the present value, which is at time 0, so you have to times this 100 with this present value factor, which is 1 plus RT to the power of -1. So as usual, you just insert the value of your interest, which is 8% per annum. So this is the interest rate for a year, times with this one, the time is already 1 year. So just time with the time is equal to 1. So you will get 92.59 ringgit at the time of today, which is today means the time is 0. Okay. So the investor considers 92.59 today have the same value as 100 in 1 year. Okay, the only difference is on the interest lah. So this is what the equation of values mean. This 100, when it is at the time of 0, it will be 92.59. When it is at the time 2, it will be 108. So this is what the time value means. Okay, in general, we compare RMY due on a given date is equivalent to a given simple interest R to RMX due T years later. Okay, if we have these two equations. So now, let us look into this equation. In general, we compare RMX due on a given date. Okay, here is equivalent to a given simple interest rate R to RMY due T years later. So if true line, for example, this one RMX. So if you want to find the future value of your X, you will have to times the X with 1 plus RT. Okay, so here RMY due T years later, right? So this one should be the value of your Y. But then if you want to find the value of the present value of your X, or you want to find the value of your X today, so you have to bring the money backward lah, at the back, to the back. Okay, so if you want to bring the money backward, you have to times the X with 1 plus RT to the power of negative 1. So these are the steps in solving equation of values. So the first one, you need to identify which equation to use. Okay, whether you should use the present value formula or the future value formula. And then you draw the timeline. Then you move the amounts to focal date, final due date, or the valuation date. So normally it should be one date that you should be focused on to bring your money either forward or backward. Then you solve for the equation. I dah buat lah ni. Sekejap Tak apalah, I already show here. Okay, so now let's look at example 7. I forgot to erase this one, but it's okay. I don't have to rewrite this again. So example 7, a debt of 1,000 is due at the end of 9 months. Okay, so RM 1,000 is due means this 1,000, you need to pay this 1,000 at the end of 9 months. So that's why here your 1,000 should be on the 9 months. Because sometimes the student confused, they thought that this 1,000 is at the time of 0. No, this 1,000 should be at the end of your 9 months. Okay, and then find an equivalent debt at a simple rate of interest of 9% per annum at the end of 4 months and also at the end of 1 year. So there are two focal points that you need to do. The first one is at the end of 4 months and the other one is at the end of 1 year. Okay, so now let us look at the end of the 4 months. So the first one you here, right? The first focal date is at the end of the 4 months. So here the difference between 9 and 4 is 5, eh? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So 5 months. So here, since this 1000, you want to bring it backward. Okay, so if the error is moving backward, so you need to use the present value formula. So back P S divided by 1 plus RT. Okay, or S 1 plus RT to the power of negative 1. Okay, it's up to you. It's the same, right? But sometimes students confuse. So here you use the present value formula because now the error is moving backward. Okay, so you just insert the S is 1000. Okay, divided by 1 plus R. So now you don't have to change on. Okay, now your interest is per annum. So you use 0.09 now. However, your months, okay, since your interest in terms of year, so you need to change, remember, your time in terms of year as well. So 5, you should divide it by 12. And then you will get around 963.86. Okay, this is at the focal point of 4. And the other one, they want you to find at the end of 1 year. So at the end of 1 year, that means another 12 months lah. Okay, so 12 months. So here that means you need to move this 1000 forward. Okay, so here if you find the money forwards, that means you need to find your S. So here it would be your S. This one is P. So the formula of your S is P times 1 plus RT. Okay, so again your P is 1000. And then 1 plus your R is 0.09. And here the difference between 9 and 12 months is 3. So 3 divided by 12. So 1022.5. So the value of your Y. Okay, class? So here we can conclude when this 1000 you move when you are moving, okay, when you are moving this 1000 backward, so this 1000 would be your FB or your S, and then you need to find your P or your PV for the date at the focal point backward. However, if your 1000, okay, if your 1000 you bring it forward, 1000 you bring it forward, here this 1000 would be your present value or your principal. Okay, and then here you are going to find for your value of FV or S. Okay, class? So it depends on the error. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Clear, Doctor.
Yeah. Okay, now let's try this example 8. So we have A, B, and C. So I'll give you 15 minutes to do this, example 8. Okay? And then I want some of you to volunteer lah, to share your answer with us in your Telegram. Is it okay? Okay. So let's do this until berapa 15 minutes, right? 8:40. Okay, until 8:40. Hari ni berapa bulan?
Doktor nak tanya untuk
Ya.
yang example 8 ni, kalau dia katakan buat single payment untuk now, so kiranya kita dekat time zero lah kan doktor?
Betul.
So dia first tu untuk dia kira 3/12 lah kan? Untuk yang 3 months yang pertama tu, dia nak untuk present value yang sekarang, so kira 3 bulan lah kan?
Betul.
Okay.
So 3 tolak kosong.
Alright.
For now, I try to pause first. Later remind me to resume the recording. Example A.
Doktor nak tanya, untuk yang jawapan dia tu, kan dia kata single payment, kira kita kena tambah ke untuk duit yang dia pinjam 300 untuk 3 bulan tu dengan 500 yang untuk 3 bulan tu? Dia tambahkan sekali payment dia ke atau asingkan? Maksudnya kan dia ada dua nilai kan? Macam mana ya doktor?
So any one of you have got the answer? Tak dengar lah Daniel. Jawapan kena tambah ke untuk kedua-dua payment?
Maksud saya doktor kan dia ada dua months punya due, lepas tu dua nilai berbeza. Jadi tapi dia taji untuk single payment kan. Jadi kita kena tambah kedua-dua payment ke macam mana?
Sekejap saya tengok balik. Saya answer.
Kira dia ada setiap satu soalan tu ada satu jawapan ataupun satu soalan tu dia ada dua jawapan.
Okay, kejap Okay, from your understanding, this question require you to give one or two?
Satu. Maksudnya untuk 300 dengan 500 tu bila dah dapat dia punya payment saya tambahkan kedua-duanya.
Okay. Sekejap Find an equivalent debt at a simple, no, you kena ada dua answer for this. You need to have two answer for this. The first one on the 4 and the second one on the 1 year tu.
Oh, okay.
Because you see this one equivalent kan? Tak, equivalent ni maksudnya equivalent value tu. Maksudnya your value of money this 1,000 tu dia punya equivalent value apa at the 4 month.
Doktor, ni soalan yang example 8 tu.
Oh, okay. Oh, yang example 8
Yang doktor suruh jawab ni.
Okay. Kejap Oh, yang single payments ni, this means yes, they want you to add, but they want you to add the amount of money at 3 months and 8 months tu, at the time 0.
Oh, okay. Faham?
But doesn't mean from I thought what you said just now, you need to plus A plus B plus C, bukan tu
Bukan. Maksud saya macam doktor cakap tadi tu lah.
Betul lah. The one that you said just now. Kalau for this
Kiranya
case,
A satu jawapan, B satu jawapan, C satu jawapan. Okay,
However, what does it mean with single payment tu? The payment at the 3 months dengan 8 months ni kan you bring it backward kan?
Betul.
So you need to plus lah this 300 dengan 500 yang you bring backward ni.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good question.
Thank you, doktor.
Okay, welcome. Okay, any one of you have got the answer for this? Can you share your answer with us in Telegram? Siapa yang dah jawab? Share dekat Telegram now. Anyone? Siapa nak try? At least A. For A. Siapa dah buat? Salah pun tak apa. Kalau salah lagi bagus. Ya, I tak nampak lah you punya komen. Kenapa pula ada App Store ni?
Tapi doktor jawapan saya tu macam berterabur sikit. Sebab